Today we're in the beautiful Draethen. How pretty is that? I was trying to find us. Here we go, star of the show. Don't get in. Come on. Good choices were made here. So Draethen's a tiny village that's kind of between Cardiff and Newport in South Wales. There's only a handful of houses here, and as you can see, there was a pub, but that's been shut down for a while. So we're going to make our way up this field and hopefully into some woods and see what we can find. So we're heading up into Ruperra woods, and we're going to be trying to get a glimpse of Ruperra Castle, which is a derelict castle about half a mile away from here. Right, up into the woods. Ooh, hills never show up on film, but they are, I tell you. Right, I think we've got decisions to make at this point about which way around to go, so I've got to consult the map. Got the OS map app on my phone, which is really good actually, and I find even if you haven't got a phone signal, it manages to at least load up the map. So when it's places that are closer to home, and ultimately it doesn't really matter which direction you go in as long as you get a walk. If I'm out on longer walks, then I'll always have a paper backup as well. Important, safety first, peeps. Right, so I'm thinking about it. Can you the cogs are whirring. Let's go this way. So we are heading that way, and hopefully we'll get to see this. I've walked past it a couple of times before, but I didn't actually realise there's a right of way, so you might actually get a view of the castle. It's derelict and it's privately owned, so you're not allowed to go and mooch around it. So I always just walked past and kind of seen glimpses. I've never actually seen the whole thing, so hopefully, with any luck, there'll be a stile that Marvin can get over and we can go and have a little nosy. People head out to the Brecon Beacons, understandably, or as it's now called, Banau Brycheiniog. But I tend to find if you go to places just outside of national parks, you get a lot of space to yourself. Ooh, map time again. You're saying if you do ever use this OS map app, it's difficult to say, Make sure you're switching it off every time you're not using it, like clear the actual app, because it drains your battery. Okay, potentially straight down here. Ooh, I can see some wall, like a perimeter wall. Exciting secret castle. If you didn't know this already, Wales has the biggest density of castles out of any country in the world. So there are a lot of them. This one is a kind of newer one. So most of them were built kind of 1,000 years ago. And this one was built about 500 years ago. So pretty new in castle terms. Oh, okay. So kind of a road-ish situation. That's a big wall. Yep, that's a castle. Wow, that's really cool. I think we might be able to get closer to it. We'll have a look in a second. All right, darling, someone's impatient. Okay, so I can't actually see much over this really tall wall, but I'm hoping you'll be able to see stuff. Let's have a look. You see? You seeing anything I'm not seeing? Probably. Oh, wow. Huh? Look at that. Wow. That's, like, it looks like a Lego castle. Like, if you were told to draw a castle, that's what you'd be drawing, isn't it? Very cool. Bit of a doer-upper. It's like, which way are we going? Woo! Here we go, a view. It looks like there's actually people living in there. Is that going to be the coach house at the back? It's awesome. Very kind of gothic looking with the ivy around the side. And some pretty epic views, I imagine. Looking at that. That's England, you can see the land mass. Actually, you can just about see some snow on the hills over there as well. Looks like they've got some as well. So, seeing as I'm a bit rubbish at remembering facts, I thought I'd look up the wiki page on Ruperra Castle. So, Ruperra Castle is a Grade 2 listed building and scheduled ancient monument situated in Lower Macon in the county borough of Caerphilly, Wales. Built in 1626, the castle is in ruinous condition as of 2023. I can confirm that it is still in ruinous condition in 2025. Its grounds are listed on the Cadw ICOMOS Register of Parks and Gardens of Special Historic Interest in Wales. It is a shame, isn't it, when beautiful buildings like that end up looking like that. How much do you want to bet that they have filmed some Doctor Who there at some point? Things that have happened in Casa Marvin this week. About 18 hours of snoozing a day for him. A couple of pretty exciting night walks. Not on purpose, it's just dark nearly all the time at the moment. Oh, I did something exciting. I booked my train tickets to go on my first wild camping trip of this year in March. Down to Dartmoor. Normally I would go a bit earlier, but honestly the weather has been a bit scary and my kit is rated down to, well, it says minus 15, but in my experience it starts getting very uncomfortable. Well, below zero to be honest, but minus 5 maybe. So hopefully in March it will have calmed down a bit. Won't be taking Marv with me on that trip though, because I need to buy a sacrificial tent to take him. Because he's been camping before, but never wild camping, carrying all their own stuff. He has this habit of nesting when he goes to sleep. So I need to get a cheapy second-hand tent, which will probably be really heavy, and give him a couple of test runs in that. Do you think I should be worried about the fact that that really sounds like an air raid siren? Marv, it's happening, it's the end of the world. Actually, where I grew up, they were still using a World War II air raid siren to signal lunch at a factory. So every day, about midday, an air raid siren would go off in my hometown. Just got really used to it. It's just kind of not what you want, is it? People to get used to it, but yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what it could be. I've just realised what it could be. We're opposite a quarry. There's a really big quarry in Macon. So maybe they're blasting. Maybe it's a warning. I don't know. That's okay, we're over here and they're over there. I love you, trees. Ooh! That was definitely a blast, wasn't it? Wow. Maybe they have to do that alarm before every blast. I'm trying to think, we're probably about maybe 2 miles away from it. And then there was quiet. So we're just heading up to Ruperra Motte, M-O-T-T-E. And it's very up. And as usual, Marvin is going backwards and forwards. I'm wondering why on earth I'm being so slow. Why are you so slow, lady? Ooh. So I hope everyone's having a good New Year so far. Uh-oh, more blessing. So, does anyone do New Year's resolutions? I don't really, but I do have a look at what I'd like to change over the next year and try and implement little things at a time. And to be honest, I don't tend to start anything until spring because January's hard work. Okay, let's deal with mud. It was only a matter of time, wasn't it? I think, oh yeah, here we go. Ooh, it's a thing. Wow. Okay, follow the dog. Clearly he knows what he's doing. More freight trains. Okay, let's see what we can see. Oh, how cool's that? Wow. Nosy. I think it's chucking it down over there. That is in the distance Tumbalum. Closer is Macon Mountain. Over there's a nosy Labrador. Don't jump. You're desperate, aren't you? And that way is the Severn Estuary in Cardiff. So this is, because I didn't mention it as I was climbing up here, Ruperra Motte, which Marvin seems to think is some kind of prison. So this used to be an Iron Age hill fort. Ooh, Marv. And then a Norman Motte and Bailey castle was built on it in about 1100 apparently. When the Normans invaded kind of southeast Wales, they quickly went about building much bigger castles to keep us in check. So Caerphilly Castle was built at the end of the 1200s, which is huge. If you've never seen Caerphilly Castle, worth looking it up. It is a monster, and that's a few miles away from here. So this was then disused. It's the Iron Age hill fort bit that I always find fascinating, because if you look across there at Tumbalum, there's another one, and if you look further along the ridge, there's another one again, and I just think they must have communicated with each other. I always think it's like that scene in Lord of the Rings, you know, where they're lighting the beacons. If you're down in Cardiff and looking up at the ridge, you can see all these remains of Iron Age hill forts all along the ridge. It must have been absolutely brutal living up there though. You got the most important part of the walk going on. Yeah, hang on. All tangled up with your lead. Good boy. Nice sausage break. Good job. No, that's not for you, is it? We have hot Vimto today. I don't know, do they have Vimto elsewhere? Is this a British thing? It might be. Oh, really? No, stick alert. Yeah, hot Vimto on a walk in the winter is like epically good. Oh, that is, you've got to chew it. You can't inhale. Oh, you okay? You inhaled the sausage, didn't you? I feel like today's walk is like really chaotic. You're bringing chaotic energy to the situation, Marvin. It's nice getting out and just enjoying the scenery, listening to the dulcet tones of a Labrador chewing on a stick. Would it help if you had another sausage? I'm offering you one. Oh no, there's one left. Remember to chew. Thank you. Good job. If anyone's got any tips on how to get their dog to actually chill out when you stop, I would be really grateful. So, sorry, I'm just looking at Marvin throwing himself in and out of the waterfall there. So, there are 3 playlists on my channel so far. There's Walkie-Talkies, which is like today's walk. There's walks with music over, so just kind of mashed together of what we've been doing during the day. And there are also hike with me walks with no music, no talking, just walking through forests mostly. So go check those out, find the thing that you like. Yeah, so see you on the next Walkie-Talkies, but in the meantime there'll be a few walks without me nattering and without this dog whining so much. Look at this. He's like, why have we stopped? Just stop it, woman. Come on. All right, I know it's terrible, isn't it? It's cruelty, really. He's literally trying to stick himself in that pipe. You see, Labrador ownership is largely just about trying to keep them alive, isn't it? Mad creatures. So yeah, go and check out our playlists and hopefully there'll be something you like there. What we've got planned for the rest of the year, lots of forest walking. We're going to explore the Wye Valley a bit more. Like I said last week, I think we're going to go to Tinton, a bit more Forest of Dean, because that's mine and Marvin's happy place. So yeah, come along. Sometimes I like watching walking videos just because I can't get out all the time. And sometimes just because of work or if I'm not feeling well in the old noggin. It's nice just to see the outdoors, and sometimes it gives you a little bit of a nudge to go out, so come along with us. And Mr. Whiny Dog here. on our way back home now. It's been so cold out today that my battery on the camera's pretty much dead after, I don't know, 3/4 an hour, something like that. So we'll sign off for this time, and we'll see you again soon.